Welcome, Broncs, to our special edition of Bronc News while you were sleeping, giving you the rundown of this summer's top stories. I'm your host, Veronique Medrano.
And I'm Orlando Vargas. Thank you for joining us. For our first story, Westboro Baptist Church, an independent Baptist church out of Topeka, Kansas, known for its protest activities, made its way to the Rio Grande Valley.
All you need is love.
These sounds were heard as members of the Westboro Baptist Church marched through the city of Brownsville. They traveled from their native Topeka, Kansas, to picket 3 churches in our community.
21 years, son, every single day, more than 48,000 pickets. You see, when we come with these words, and we plainly tell a people, you have got to obey the commandments of God or you are going to suffer His wrath. And then they ignore that warning. Now they don't have any cloak to cover their sin. Christ said that. No cloak. Now you're just going to deal with the consequences. We bound this nation to the standards of God, and now we've brought your destruction.
The group is infamously known for their opposition of homosexuality and for picketing American soldiers' funerals. They are professionals at spreading a message they argue is their First Amendment right.
The way that they go out there and just spread hate to everybody that isn't them, it's bringing us together, and it's making the things that they're preaching against more tolerated and accepted by the majority of everybody else.
Just a block away, community organizations such as Valley Veterans, PFLAG, and Patriot Guard Riders came together to counter-protest the WBC and to make known that they are not welcome here in the Rio Grande Valley.
We're here giving a message of peace that our soldiers, our fallen troops, deserve respect when they come to their final resting place, and their families also deserve that respect and the honor and the dignity to be able to bury their sons and daughters in peace. They are not only protesting God loves everyone, but also using that and their message of hate at our soldiers' funerals really made me come out here and say that enough is enough, not only for our soldiers, but for everybody in our community, for our LGBT, for our veterans. And that's why instead of confronting Westboro Baptist Church, we decided to come here and do a peaceful rally, peaceful event to let people know throughout the nation that that's what we're about here in Brownsville.
July the 17th, South Padre Island held a public forum to inform and discuss the possible construction of a second bridge to South Padre Island. Here's more on the story.
What we're doing here today, we're having a public hearing. We have finalized the draft environmental impact statement that's needed for the project. And so the next step is now to present the study to the public, present all the alternatives that have been looked at, and also go through the process that was used to evaluate those alternatives and to indicate which is the recommended preferred alternative, and then to receive public comments, and then we'll take it from there.
Given the due diligence and care with which the leadership team has prepared the environmental study to date, I am confident that they share with us a real concern about the environment of our area, and that in moving forward with the mitigation plan, they will be as careful as we would be of taking care of the environment that we treasure. I support the project wholeheartedly and hope that we can move it forward with all due speed.
Some of us from Brownsville very seldom come to the island. So, we really don't need another causeway as far as we're concerned. People choose to live in the island, that's their problem, that's their risk, and that's what they have to put up with in case of a hurricane and that type of thing.
This is a beautiful island, it attracts great people, but if you have a beach that's not being protected, other people are going to start coming. South Padre Island might have a different reputation. Additionally, there's so much trash on the beach, the full 32 miles to go up the island, there's trash everywhere. Something as simple as cleaning up the trash, how you can regulate that. If you have more people coming in to support the economy of South Padre Island, that means more trash on your beaches. That's selling the image that South Padre is no longer a place that people want to go to.
TxDOT is asking that those who were unable to attend the forum email their comments on the subject to spI2ndaccess@hntb.com by 5 p.m. August 15th to be included in the official public record.
President Barack Obama's recent policy directive to halt the deportation of young immigrants who have entered the U.S. illegally, it has impacted colleges nationwide. This summer, UTPA held a forum to educate the community, students, and staff of UTPA on how this will affect the university this fall.
Ustedes tienen que saber todos los riesgos, qué puede pasar.
After President Barack Obama's controversial decision to use prosecutorial discretion and overrule Congress to pass a deferred action policy, members of MAC took action to educate the approximately 600 students affected by this here at our university.
We're here to inform the students of the eligibility requirements, answer some frequently asked questions, be able to provide some guidance as to what's to come. More than anything, just give information regarding the importance of the policy change. This deferred action policy is going to allow to stop deportations amongst many students who, are here undocumented or unauthorized, who have feared being torn away from their families, from their communities, or from their jobs. They can finally live without that certain fear of deportation.
Our final story for the summer involves a very sweet treat that's taking the RGV by storm thanks to UTPA alumna's opportunity of a lifetime. From their bakery in McAllen to television screens across the U.S., the owners of RGV Cupcake Factory, all three UTPA alumni, appeared last Sunday in Food Network's Cupcake Wars, where this simple treat had fans of the local bakery on the edge of their seat as they watched them compete for $10,000 and the title of Cupcake Wars champion.
I'm excited. I hope they win. I mean, their cupcakes are really awesome. I mean, they're just great.
We gotta win the last round. They bring a lot of heart into this show, and every cupcake is made with love. So if you bring out the tradition of old school baking, you will have it. You shall have this winning round.
And the results after the final round?
Congratulations.
We're on a national level.
We are the only winners in Texas. We have the only title so far in Texas for Cupcake Wars for winners.
Yeah.
So we are definitely going to expand our store. We're thinking about Weslaco or Edinburgh location right now.
Cupcakes are now flying off the shelves daily, and McAllen has dubbed July 9th RGV Cupcake Factory Day. And the sweet success continues as the owners tell Bronc News of a special cupcake inspired by their Cupcake Wars adventure that will make its way to the store in the weeks to come.
We are going to have the peach, the one that I made on the show, the peach cobbler with the buñuelo on top. We named it the Florian. It's already on our merit, so we are going to start having that on a special day at the shop. So again, we are located 1414 North 10th Street, and like us on Facebook.
Thank you for watching Bronc TV News special recap while you were sleeping. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bronc TV News. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Bronc TV Radio, or send your Twitter responses to @Bronc TV Radio.
I'm your host, Orlando Vargas.
And I'm Veronique Medrano for Bronc News, Bronc Country's source for news and entertainment.